look at the front page of today's This Day newspaper, Nigeria's newspaper of record. And the focus, of course, is where we left off last week. Queues everywhere as petrol scarcity spreads nationwide. We had a special report on this last week. We talked about the impact on the nation. And again, this continues well into this week. The NNPC, of course, are the focus of what's being discussed. The presidency, apparently, a report from the cable saying that the dividends have been approved, or rather the presidency has approved for dividends that are supposed to come from NNPC to going into the Federation account to now be used to augment fuel scarcity. And you can see the estimates there, looking at almost 6.8 trillion that could be spent with respect to what's going to go towards fuel scarcity. And also the NNPC put out a press statement over the weekend refuting reports that they're owing oil traders as much as $6.8 billion. The Chief Corporate Communications Officer, Olufemi Shoye, addressed those reports, and he denied the claims that the NNPC hasn't deposited any money into the Federation account since January. He did acknowledge that it's common for the company to be in debt at times because transactions in the oil business, trading business, are done on credit. Our Rise business analyst Chika Mbonu joins us to discuss further. And Chika, I apologize every time oil, NNPC, and bringing that to your to your attention again and again and again. Front page. In fact, a lot of not just This Day newspaper, a number of other papers also carrying the fuel scarcity. You drove here, so
it's a problem.
Yeah.
It's a problem, and I noticed. I mean, sometimes you get flustered and dumbfounded about talking about Nigerian problems every day.
Yeah.
And fuel scarcity has been with us, or these fake issues have been with us for almost all my lifespan, and I'm not particularly very young. And so it's a sad commentary on the country. And each time you hear tepid responses from the NNPC and whoever, and a laundry of excuses of why we don't have fuel. I hear this time around they say it's distribution problems. Whatever that means. Nobody has told what distribution problems mean. But on a bigger scale, let me even say some things that some Nigerians may not like to hear. The truth is this, that when you have an important commodity like this that has controlled pricing, a sole importer, the students of economics will tell you that one of the downsides will be the fact that supply may not be guaranteed. There'll be periods when, that is to be available, it's not be available. And those who are proponents of the free market, where everybody goes in to bring the product.
As you and I.
Bring the product and, let the market reign.
Let the market reign.
But you see, Nigerians, I want to tell you one thing. Sorry, you may not like me after this. At first, we want to continue to enjoy subsidized fuel. We're going to continue to have these queuing problems.
That's it. Thank you.
I mean,
you're speaking the truth.
It's just about being hot and being cold.
Yeah.
It's simple as that. At first, we're going to want this subsidized cheap fuel. You're going to have periods of scarcity, periods of everything. And so just that's for real. It's going to happen. Because, you see, it's like when the smuggling was a lot. We came to the people and said, see, why is diesel not being smuggled? Because the price was marked to market.
Exactly.
And so there was no business there. So the attraction for PMS was substantially subsidized. And across the border, there was a leverage for the smugglers to push it across there and make profit. And so you don't see diesel, aviation fuel being smuggled.
Right.
Even kerosene.
Right.
Because the prices are marked to market. So as far as we want to continue to enjoy cheap fuel, with NNPC and sole importer, it's going to be a problem. Now, for those who don't understand, who may not understand the full issues involved, the business person will normally buy dollar,
right,
at market rates, 1,500 per dollar, naira per dollar, bringing the fuel or the petrol, as the case may be, into a country. The landed cost, I'm told now, is a little above 1,000. If he wants to sell it, he has to put a margin on it.
Right.
To sell it. And I'm trying to tie it into the stories that you have today. And so 1,000 plus, so he has to sell it maybe 1,002 or whatever to make profit. That's what will drive the market.
Yeah.
But now we'll say, oh, no. NMBC, government says the fuel price at the pump must be 600 to 700 naira. So you land the fuel as 1,000 naira.
Yep.
Let's say a private investor.
Yeah.
And the government wants you to sell it at 600, 700 naira. You know, a private businessman will not go near there.
Of course.
Even if you do it, it will take a lot of time to claim your subsidies back. So the only person who's importing fuel now is actually NMPC, the government parastatal. And because he's doing it, he's selling below his, he's not recovering his cost. Remember, at 1,000 naira above.
Right.
So he's selling at 600 naira, 700 naira. So he's losing about 500 naira, 600 naira each time he pay liter.
Exactly.
And so that's why your story, second story, that NMPC's working capital has been wiped out. You know, based on that memo that we wrote, we saw, or that we have been shown, you know, there have been like SOS. It's not, we're accountants, we understand these issues.
Yeah.
From the first day, we knew that this is going to happen. It's going to deplete the resources of NMPC. No wonder, therefore, that the president has said, you can use, instead of paying us dividend, which should come to the federation account, and for the citizens, use it now to subsidize fuel. So let no Nigerians complain. They're not enjoying the other benefits because the tax, the dividend that comes from NMPC for the Commonwealth is being used to make sure that we maintain our appetite for low, cheap fuel. And that's what the issues are. And so, as far as we continue to enjoy the cheap fuel at 600 naira, but you see, this 600 naira cheap fuel, Rotus, is not everywhere.
Thank you. You preempted my next question. Thank you.
It's not everywhere.
Yeah.
This is your Ikoyi, VI, maybe Lekki, whatever. Once it starts moving out of this area,
It's higher.
It starts hugging 1,000 naira.
Yeah.
If you start moving to the east, once you enter the filling station, it's 1,000 naira. You're going to just fill your tank. You buy your fuel and move on.
Exactly.
And there's fuel always there because it's marked to market. And that's the issue. So let's continue to enjoy the cheap fuel. As far as this is happening, but you see, it speaks to the bigger issue.
Yep.
The bigger issues, NMPC and information management.
Good point.
The transparency in managing information. You can see what's happening now is the communication department of NMPC is only responding to controvert, to deny. So we'll hear information from other places.
Yes.
And we'll push it out there. And they come and tell us it's not correct. Look at what's happened through last week. I don't want to quote anybody. This issue of Malta and all those stuff.
Yeah.
You saw how the information is everywhere now. And remember, the Dangote people spoke about it initially and said, it is not what the NMDPRA paper they give to you that says the fuel is of good quality. If you want to know the quality of fuel, go to of diesel, go to the pump, the filling stations, and go and check. Because the cargoes they bring in, they can give anybody any certificate that is okay.
Yeah.
But the right thing. So, but it's also it's just very mucky. And I don't know why they think that we're not smart. We will always, in this global information flow in the world now, there's nothing hidden. One small boy somewhere can just take something, photocopy something, in 1 minute it will reach the whole globe. And that's how NMPC cannot continue to hide information from Nigerian citizens. We will discover them, NMPC. Just know that. Some person will think out one document, snap it and send, we'll discover them. And then you start writing the rejoinder. No, it's not true, it's not true, it's not true. But the truth is that if NMPC is trading the way it's trading, I'm not surprised that NMPC is having working capital problems. I'm not surprised that the president is saying the dividend you repay the federation needs to pay subsidy. It's a political issue. We'll continue to enjoy free fuel. But as I put it to Nigerians here, please, anytime you see scarcity of fuel queues, don't be surprised. Because we're enjoying subsidized fuel. And once that is happening, you're going to continue to have because supply is not guaranteed.
Right, in that system. All right, business analyst Chika Mbonu, honest as ever. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time.